Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Megan Dowling, and thanks for tuning in to my Healthy Families Facebook Live series, where I'm dedicated to bringing you unbiased, important research-based information to keep you and your family happy and healthy. So today we're going to talk about sunscreen. It's an important topic because summertime is just around the corner, and I see sunscreen products lining the shelves of pretty much every store I go into these days. So we all want to protect our kids from the potentially harmful UVB rays that cause sunburns and can potentially increase our risk for skin cancer. But it's important to understand the actual dangers of sunscreens and where we can find safer versions. So let's talk about sun exposure itself for a minute. Many studies are showing that severe chronic vitamin D deficiency is pervasive in our culture these days. The best source of vitamin D for our bodies comes from being exposed to the sun. The UV rays hit our skin and activate vitamin D. And when we completely deny our skin sun exposure, we are putting ourselves at risk for vitamin D deficiency, which has now been linked to pretty much every chronic disease out there. But importantly for our kids, it's led to this increase in this disease called rickets, which is a childhood bone disease that has not been seen or had not been seen for decades at the rate that it's being seen now. And they're thinking it's because our kids are not getting exposed to sun like they did before when they played outside, and nowadays they're stuck in classrooms or playing video games. So it's key to spend at least a little bit of time outside in the sun every day. And it appears that the optimal amount of sun, research shows, is about 20 minutes of direct sunlight each day, and that's enough to for our body to generate adequate levels of vitamin D. And so that's 20 minutes of direct sunlight. Direct sunlight is defined as between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Okay, so let's say you and your kids have soaked up some vitamin D, you've gotten your safe sun exposure quota for the day, but you're still at the beach and you're going to be spending the whole rest of the day there. Now is the time that you might want to lather on some sunscreen. But before you do, you need to know the dangers of some sunscreen products. According to the Environmental Working Group, 75% of sunscreens contain toxic chemicals that can increase our risk of cancer and other health issues. Some sunscreens have been found to get absorbed into our bloodstream, where they can have toxic effects. And some of these chemicals have been shown to release skin-damaging free radicals when they are exposed to sunlight. A lot of these chemicals also have estrogens in them and serve as hormone disruptors to our bodies. And also, several can cause allergic reactions and skin irritations. And then other chemicals have been shown to increase our risk for certain cancers. The FDA has not established rigorous safety standards for sunscreen ingredients, and sunscreens have not been regulated since 1978. So we need to do our own homework because no one else is out there looking out for us. There's a bunch of unsafe toxic chemicals that have been found in sunscreen. For instance, PABA, which is para-amino benzoic acid. PABA has been linked to increasing risk for certain cancers. Retinol A palmitate is also a carcinogen, which means it also increases our risk for certain cancers. Oxybenzone is a known hormone disruptor. And parabens, which many people know about these days, they are exogenous sources of estrogen, which again disrupt our hormone signaling pathways. So that being said, there are safe sunscreens out there. The safest kinds are mineral-based rather than non-mineral based. If they're non-mineral based, they have the list of chemicals that I just mentioned. Some of those ingredients would be found in non-mineral based sunscreens. Mineral-based sunscreens have active ingredients like zinc or titanium. And a great resource for researching safe skin products like sunscreen is the Environmental Working Group's website called Skin Deep. This website is amazing. It ranks over 66,000 skincare products according to their toxicity. And the ranking goes from 0 to 10, with 10 having the highest level of toxicities. So I'm going to attempt to do an example while searching for safe sunscreen, okay? So we're going to have to flip the screen around. Let me see if I can figure this out. Here we go. Okay, so we're on the Environmental Working Group's website called Skin Deep. Up here, good. Okay, so we're gonna go back a little bit here. Okay, in this example, I have found a typical kid sunscreen. This is Banana Boat Kids Continuous Spray Sunscreen. And you can see here that its toxicity rating overall is 7, and 7 out of 10. That makes it a highly hazardous product. And if we look over here, we can see that, again, this is kind of a summary of all the problems with this product. It has a fairly high overall hazard rate. There's a increased risk of cancer with this product. There's developmental and reproductive toxicity concerns that are pretty much off the chart. We have allergies and immunotoxicity effects. And so if we scroll down a little further, we see that the Environmental Working Group ranks each ingredient in this product. And we see here, we mentioned retinol palmitate previously. This is a very toxic substance rated 9 out of 10. And the amount of data supporting this toxicity score is fair, if you can see that there. So 9 out of 10, that's really toxic, and it has the ability to cause cancer. It's one of the concerns associated with it. If we scroll down even more, we see that there's a number of parabens associated with this product. Parabens are endocrine disruptors, as we can see here, and they are ranked at a 7 out of 10 with, again, a fair amount of data supporting that toxicity score. So the ranking goes down by number. Oops, go backward. I also wanted to show you that when you click on the individual ingredient, it can show us why this ingredient is so toxic. Parabens itself they're rated a 7 out of 10. And if we scroll down here, we can see why that is. This is why I love this website. So we can see that it does disrupt our endocrine system or hormones, and then we can find the reference right over here, the research that has found that. Allergies, immunotoxicity, and the research that proves that. Developmental reproductive toxicities, and again the research. This concern, 1 or more animal studies show effects at low doses, and we are slathering these parabens all over our kids. It's pretty scary. All right, so that was the example of one ingredient that was in the Banana Boat sunscreen. As we scroll down the list of ingredients, again, they're ranked by how toxic they are, so the toxicity score should go down as you get lower and lower on the ingredients list here. Okay, so that was an example of a highly toxic sunscreen. Again, if you want a close-up look of the product we're looking at, this is Banana Boat Kids Sunscreen Spray. And again, it is highly toxic. All right, so let's find my favorite sunscreen that we use. It is Beauty Counter Sunscreen. So this is Beauty Counter Sunscreen, and we can see it has a toxicity score of only 1 out of 10. We can see that that means it has a low hazardous product. We look over here, we see the summary. It's very low on all these concerns here. We look at the ingredient list. We see that it's a mineral-based product. Its active ingredient is zinc, which is what we are looking for. And zinc, there's a good amount of data showing that zinc is a low hazardous substance here. The highest toxic ingredient on the list is a 4. This is phenyloxyethanol, and it's a moderate hazardous chemical because it does cause irritation sometimes. Then if you scroll all the way down, we see that these are 1s and 2s of all the rest of the ingredients. Okay? So we can see that Beauty Counter Sunscreen obviously is a better choice for us and our kids, right? A 1 versus a 7. What would you choose, right? Okay, I'm gonna cut you here. All right, hi. So, Beauty Counter, I wanted to mention, is an exceptional company. I'll probably talk about it on just another video soon because it is changing the way the beauty industry is going to work, basically. They are countering the beauty industry, hence the name Beauty Counter. And they do this by providing high quality, non-toxic beauty products. So look into their products to ensure that you are using non-toxic skincare products for both you and your families. So thanks for tuning in today. I'll be providing a link to the Environmental Working Group's safest sunscreens in the comment section below this video. Let's save our kids from this very easily avoidable source of toxins. Please consider sharing this video to spread the word, and I'll see you next time.